but I'm the hero, Blaze. Yes, you mentioned that a few times now, Blaze. I could feel the customer service politeness leaving my body. He gives a leering smile. Now, don't start freaking out when I say this. I don't want the whole world to know I'm here. But let's just say I'm interested. I blink, unable to stop the words from spilling from my mouth. Well, hey all you cool creatures. I'm Cryptid. Welcome to the Cryptid Plays YouTube channel, and today we are playing Binary Star Hero, which is a yandere superhero visual novel, which I've been meaning to play for a couple of months now, because not only does it look amazing, but I have heard a lot of good things about it. Now, what this visual novel is about is that you play an ex-villain who has started a new life after they quit their life of villainry, and they work at a cafe where they come across many interesting people, including heroes. Now, because this is a yandere visual novel, there are some darker elements to this. This is a visual novel meant for adults, and I do believe the content warnings come up when we start the game. So, without further ado, let's get started. Binary Star Hero content warning. This game, Binary Star Hero, contains content and themes that may be disturbing to the player. This game is to only be played by players 18 years of age or older. Read the full list of content warnings before continuing. Binary Star Hero will or may contain the following: descriptions of violence, possible player character death, bloody imagery, descriptions of gore, blood, murder, self-destructive behavior, threats of violence, mentions of toxic/abusive relationships, depictions of abusive relationships, possibly sexually suggestive situations, explicit language, mentions of suicidal ideation, possible mentions of drug or alcohol usage, false imprisonment. By continuing past the screen, you are agreeing to have read all of the above content warnings and are taking responsibility for your own media consumption. Nonetheless, viewer discretion is advised. Let's keep going. In the modern era of superheroes and supervillains, I was just a regular villain. And I say was very intentionally here. My days of crime are officially over. By the way, I am in love with this comic book style, like setting, the background, the screen toning over the entire page. It's just so good. Also, I do believe there are endings you can get without getting relationship points, so I will probably try and get those first and then get each character's different endings depending on their relationship points, just so you know. I didn't go out in a large daring stunt or in insane wealth like most may assume that a villain would. Most may assume that villains finally retire when nature makes an end of our perpetual greed and selfishness, eventually spiraling into self-sabotage, becoming our own undoing. But that was not me. I had loans to pay off, medications to afford, a family to support. I was not looking for a beautiful life full of luxury or Gatsby-level grandeur. I only wanted to survive. And sometimes we can only survive in the best way we know how. For me, that was stealing from others. I didn't take from the average Joe. My targets were specifically 7 figures and above. While I guess stealing is villainous, I'm not sure we're really a villain. Kind of. Well, sometimes I would stoop. But They always deserved it. But now, it's over. I went out nameless. As long as you know what to take, what they can afford to lose, they will never search you out. I'm not proud of what I've done. Okay, that's a lie. I'm a little proud. Fair enough. But not many knew of me. I was never infamous enough to attract the attention of the heroes. But the underground crime world sure knew me. They referred to me as... What did they call me in the criminal underworld? I mean, we're just gonna go by Cryptid as usual. Cryptid. In infamy, I even gained a small fan following of fellow criminals. If it said small fan following of fellow felons, it would be a real tongue twister. But that doesn't change the fact that those days are over for me. My loans are paid off. My family has a proper safety net. I can afford my medication, for a while at least. It was a means to an end. And now, the present day me. Hey yo, newbie, pass me some napkins. Some old fart dropped his coffee. I groan, looking at the clock. Only 9 a.m. I sigh heavily, my coworker's voice grating on my ears. I pass my 9 a.m. annoyance with some napkins. If you sigh like that, you will only bring yourself bad luck, newbie. Yeah, I'm gonna need more napkins than this. Gramps spilled like his whole coffee. Whole bean coffee. Oh my god, that face. What the heck? I love it. I glance a glare at my coworker, Miles. I am about to ask if he is high at 9 in the morning when he cuts me off. Hey, by the way, what's your name again? If I ask Hal's, they'll explode at me. He laughs sheepishly, scratching his head. My name? You know what? Since I went by Cryptid as my villain name, will be Moth otherwise. My name is Moth. We have been working here together for over a month, Miles. Oh, right, Moth. Don't be mad, I promise I'll remember next time. Miles walks towards the spill with an incredible amount of napkins in hand. Miles, you know we have a cleaning supply closet, right? If you just wipe it up with napkins, it's going to be sticky. Sheesh, newbie. I don't tell you how to live your life. I shoot a glare at Miles. Please stop calling me newbie. Okay, I get it, sure. My legs are like super sore from stock this morning though. Do you mind cleaning it up and I'll man the register? Hal said you aren't allowed on the register anymore after charging a customer $20 extra. That was only one for the third time in one day, Miles. Just be chill. Hal's only has your side because what, Miles? Healy's tall, unimpressed stare gazes at Miles. Wow, they have a nice design. I love that hair. Ah, Haley, how are you so quiet? Miles? Yeah? Go clean up the mess. Haley hands Miles a mop and a bucket. Miles hangs his head, walking towards the spill while dragging the mop and bucket behind him. Yeah. Miles grumbles, sulking back to the spill. Haley sighs deeply, leaning on the counter next to me. They grab a slightly burnt croissant from the discarded pile and pick at it. I swear I've never seen Miles do things the right way. If only 1% more effort is required. Haley's stare lingers on Miles' sneakers. Damn if those lanyards aren't cool though. I look at the flashy black and green shoes Miles is sporting. Well, I guess they would think they're cool because they are also like in black and green. I can't resist a good sneaker, even if it's being sported on the least deserving person possible. Aren't those things like a couple hundred at least? Yup. Maybe I should just steal them when he takes his afternoon nap in the storage room. Do it. How about it? Want to be my partner in crime? I don't think I'm quite cut out for a life of villainy. Ha! We say, lying through our teeth. Sorry to disappoint, Hal. Haley drops a casual pat on my shoulder. Don't worry about it, Moth. Just keep being a kick-ass barista and we are cool. Haley and I sat in the ambiance of the cafe. I wiped down the countertops as Haley picked at the scone. The position in which Haley was standing gave them a direct line of sight onto Miles's activities. Miles's current demeanor of a hard-working cafe employee indicated that he felt their hawk-like stare. I sigh again, glancing upward at the clock. Don't get too impatient. You still have a full 5 left to go. Feels like forever. Maybe you should pick up a more exciting job then. I believe this starts getting into choices to get relationship points. So what I'm gonna do is do the one that doesn't give me any relationship points as far as I'm aware. This is all the excitement I want to handle. I prefer a boring life. Excitement usually means trouble. You look like you're speaking from experience. Hal leans in close, their long hair trickling over their shoulder. What secrets are you hiding, Moth? I should be more concerned about your secrets, Hal. Haley raises an eyebrow curiously. I mean, if you happen to get arrested for something crazy like insurance fraud, I'd be out of a job. Insurance fraud? Do I look that shady to you? Haley huffs jokingly. Then you could finally leave me to rot in prison and get your dream job. Yeah? And what's my dream job? I cross my arms and tilt my head curiously. Hal levels their gaze at me. I don't know. Maybe like a superhero? Haley was more monotone than ever, but I could tell it was an obvious joke. Yeah, I really look the type, huh? I drawl out sarcastically. Maybe your superhero name could be like The Pessimist or something. I laugh. A small twinkle shines behind Haley's eye. Oh yeah, and what will I do? Bum the villains out so much they decide to go home? I mock a superhero pose. Only I could with my model, but that's okay. You there, disgusting villain. Don't you have any idea about the money you are stealing? Inflation is on the rise. That money will be worth next to nothing in 2 years. Haley covers their face and turns their back. They attempt to regain composure, but I felt a little disappointed I wasn't able to see their expression. Wow, you could totally go for it. You are even bumming me out. I smile wide and laugh a bit at the ridiculousness of it. That's what I like about you, Moth. You feel like the only other person that truly couldn't give a shit about the heroes. Even villains tend to have favorite heroes. But you truly couldn't care less. Why is that? I shrug and mumble out some random reason. Taxpayer money and all that. Can I order? My head springs up at the customer on the other side of the counter. They rubbed their arm awkwardly. Fuck. How long were they standing there? I wanted to die of embarrassment. My head whizzed over to Haley, but they already took advantage of the moment and trotted off to some other part of the cafe. My cheeks felt hot as I glanced up at the man. Ah, he's so cute. Hello, I'm sorry about that. I didn't see you there. No problem, I prefer it that way. What? Never mind, let's just stop talking. He cringed at himself looking up the menu. Oh no, is he self-conscious? Can I get a black coffee to go? Yeah, sure, nothing else? He pauses for a second, as if he is trying to determine if it is a trick question. No, thank you. Okay, that will be $3 flat. He hands over a $5 bill. Here is your change, sir. Keep it. He moves away before I can give him his receipt. Not very talkative. I put together a fresh black coffee in a to-go cup. He stands at the counter, ready to grab it. Right before I hand the coffee over, I quickly pull it back towards myself. Ah, I almost forgot this. I slip a coffee sleeve onto the cup. Careful, it's hot. You don't want to burn your hands. Why does everything I say feel so awkward with this guy? He flashes a wry smile. Thanks, He glances down at my name tag. Moth. Have a good day. He takes the coffee from my hand. His fingertips brush over mine during the exchange, making me jump a bit. The man walks out the door, sipping his hot coffee. He glances at me while passing the glass window. When our eyes make contact, he shifts his glance away. Little sus, but maybe he's just awkward. Maybe. I continue to work the register, ringing customers up and preparing drinks. When customers peter out later in the day, I pass the time by watching the TV with no sound hanging in the corner. A special about Heroes' origins flash across the screen. I mute the TV as binary stars red, blue, white, and yellow stand out amongst the news interview. And see, exclusive interview on the scene with binary star. And child from the stars, huh? I murmur to myself. As unbelievable as it was, Binary's red eyes were chillingly unhuman. To the general public, he glimmered like starlight. But to the villains, his name was only uttered in whispers. The rest of the day passes pretty normally. Soon I'll finally be off the clock and can head home. I yawn while looking through some boxes under the counter for more sleeves. The morning shift is brutal. I probably shouldn't have stayed up so late doom scrolling. I assume that had been meant to show the passage of time into the next day. Hey. Good. Oh. I rubbed the back of my head where it hit the counter. Ducking my head out from under the counter, I see Haley standing there with their usual expression. Hal, you really have to make your presence more known. Haley shrugs. Do you mind bussing some tables? Sure, but where's Miles? Probably pretending to do work in the storage room while browsing auction sites for hero action figures. I start to laugh, assuming it's a joke, but Haley's unamused expression never shifted. Haley sighs, rubbing their temples. Sometimes I wonder if firing him would be easier. But it would make my life way more complicated if I did. Haley glances up at me quickly. It's tough to find anyone willing to work a normal job recently. All Miles talks about is how he is going to quit someday out and be a hero. Haley barks a humorless laugh. Yeah. The guy can barely tell a coarse grind from a fine grind. I mean, I don't think you need to tell grinds to be a hero, but I could be wrong. And don't even get me started on how many times he has... Yo, check out the Sidekick era Blades figure I found. It's only at 8Ks and has an hour left. 8,000? 8,000 for an action figure? Yeah, same. I'm very, very startled by that, but also not. People will buy things for exorbitant prices if they're collector's editions. With spending habits like that, it's no wonder Miles is trying to always borrow money. As Haley starts in on a lecture, I quietly dip out. I hum to myself while gathering the left-behind plates, mugs, and cups off the tables and placing them into the bus tub. Bump. Ah! Oh, it's him again. I walked into someone, almost dropping the bus tub. The stranger's hand grasps the container from the other side, keeping it steady. Whoa, nice reflexes. I look up and see the same stranger from yesterday. I feel a bit frazzled, my face heating up, remembering the caught glances and graze of our fingertips. Oh my god, get it together, you whore! My eyes shoot up to his. I could swear he was laughing at me. Instead, he coolly shifts his gaze in another direction. He is a little attractive, though. Yeah, I won't lie, he's kind of my type. You think so? Uh-oh. We did not say that out loud, did we? What? He smirks down at me. He can read minds, can't he? I'm a little worried about that. My reflexes. Right, yeah. My eyes go wide, noticing the customer's hand still holding the bus tub. Sorry. I place the bus tub down on a nearby table. The man stands there with a curious look on his face. I didn't get anything on you, did I? I flutter around him, making sure that no stains were on his shirt. He didn't move, staring down at me intensely. Okay, man, you're making me a little uncomfortable. I verified that there weren't any spills on him and backed up a little. I think you are good. I look down and notice a coffee at his table. Black coffee again? You know we have other things too. I hope that didn't come off as judgmental. I like this. After a second of awkward silence, he continues. Well, I'm usually in a rush to get to work, so black coffee is just the fastest to get. Okay, I see. Well, if you ever want to try something new, I can make something else for you. Sounds tempting. I promise it will be really good. You won't ever want to buy coffee anywhere else, or your money back. Okay, can I get that in writing? Cheeky bastard. You don't seem to be in a rush today. No, work doesn't need me quite yet. What do you do for work? You are asking what I do for work when you don't even know my name yet? I'm disappointed in you, Moth. How do you know my name? Well, we wear our name tags, so... He gazes down at me. His intense, dark eyes scan my form. They linger as they move across me slowly. Please stop, I'm feeling uncomfortable again. I end up feeling frazzled all over again. Is he staring at my chest? I glance down, seeing my name tag. Oh my god, you idiot, Moth. Oh, right, perks of being an employee. Why did I just say that? Is me getting to know your name a perk of the job for you? The man smirks darkly, his eyes scanning my face. I'm flattered. I don't have to pay extra for flattery, right? I'm pretty sure my face is as red as a tomato at this point. No, that's, on the house. I gathered the bus tub in my arms a little too quickly, splashing a bit of water onto myself. Sorry, I gotta go, do some work. As I turned around to escape, I could swear I heard a deep chuckle. When I returned from the back, the man was already gone. I wonder if he will come back tomorrow. Oh no! He didn't come back for 2 days, a whole week, oh my god. A week goes by and the customer hasn't come back. Some part of me felt a little disappointed. Another part of me chastised myself for how ridiculous that is when I don't even know the man's name. He's a stranger. He could be like a murderer or something. Gee, it's possible, isn't it? I don't know what kind of person he is, but I'm suspicious of everyone at this point. Or married. Why am I even thinking about this? It's so stupid. I groan a little into my hands. Yeah, same. What? I drag my head up to see Hal standing next to me. I follow their line of vision and land on the muted TV in the corner. Shown on the screen was the most notable superhero binary star. There truly wasn't a household that hasn't heard of that name. Let's see what they are saying about this prick. Haley grabs the remote, turning up the sound. The hero that will shine against any darkness. How do you feel about that title, Mr. Binary Star? Well, I gotta say, I'm flattered. But Steve, they are not wrong. The hero tilts his head, giving an animated wink to the interviewer. He then turns to the camera, pointing directly towards the audience. No villain can hide under the thick veil of darkness. Not while I'm around. Against the dusk of their crimes, the shining light will always prevail, bringing them to justice. The hero turns his point into a thumbs up, his smile so wide it instinctively made me rub my own jaw. You are known to have numerous abilities, but none as iconic as the diamond melting eyes. It is said that you were born with this special talent, indicating from birth that you were an ability holder. Yes, that is right. When I first opened my eyes and they were red, it really gave the nurses a scare. Despite the shock, my dear mother never once faltered in loving me. God rest her soul. The interviewer extends his condolences. As I grew older, my other abilities manifested, and now... I like that transition. Ugh. Haley turns off the TV. God, I freaking hate that guy. I glanced towards Haley. It was odd she disliked the hero so much. Most people love heroes. And even if they aren't interested, they will at least feign interest in order to be liked by people around them. Heroes are seen as a paragon of justice, so to openly dislike them is seen odd at best, suspicious at worst. Why so much hate? Haley turns to me a bit shocked. What? I thought you didn't like him either. I don't. I'm just surprised you are so passionate about hating him. Haley rolls their eyes. It's just all so fake, honestly. All this showboating bullshittery just for heroes to go out and mercilessly slaughter anyone they deem as villains. It's honestly disgusting. Does anyone even remember when we tried to reform criminals? Now they just get slaughtered because that is easier than reformation. And the only group that seems to care even a goddamn smidgen is the fucking prison industry. Because, oh, God forbid they lose out on 25 cents an hour labor. Like, is this world going crazy or is it just me? I notice some of the customers are glancing over at Haley as their voice continues to get louder alongside their building passion. I agree with Haley to an extent. Heroes do have too much power. But the idea that they go around slaughtering villains? They must be getting these ideas from some borderline extremist, or at least villain-sympathetic internet forum or something. It's common knowledge after all. Heroes don't kill. While we are an ex-villain, I feel like maybe there's some things we don't know. I think this is another choice that has to do with their relationship point, so since I'm avoiding any relationship ending at the moment, let Haley speak their truth, because that's bad for business. I lean back on the counter, watching Haley as they continue to rant. What world do we live in where murderers get praised and have freaking TV shows and interviews? I swear to God, all of these heroes are just full-on psychopaths. They can do whatever they want, and literally nobody will stop them. Nobody. What kind of screwed up, piss poor definition of justice is that? And what do? We make edited montages of them. Commercial goods. Paste their goddamn faces on every surface imaginable. Fuck. It pisses me off. Haley, unable to contain their anger any longer, storms off. Despite their stormy disposition, their angry, heeled steps are almost silent. Truly the definition of light-footed. I sigh, turning back on the TV. It's getting later on in the day, so customers are petering out. And I'll be damned if I don't have some form of entertainment for my last working hour. The hero's face lights up the screen as he saves women and children from imminent danger. Apparently, he has only been in the city for about 3 weeks, and the people have already fallen in love with him. They even claim that he alone reduced villain and criminal attacks by 60% in the last month. Watching him do his thing on screen, the fall in villainy wasn't much of a surprise to me. It was almost impressive seeing him fly around, battling against monsters and villains. His red eyes glow, cutting down everything in their path. Apparently, he has trained many sidekicks to become successful heroes. I can't help but to wonder how hectic his life is. The hero, after saving a child, smiles and waves at the camera. Citizens clap on and cheer for him in the background. Edited highlight shots of the hero plays. He gloriously flashes across the screen as terrified citizens scream for help, soon to be picked up and saved. Some part of me felt gross watching it. Imagine almost dying and immediately getting edited into a hero montage. Ugh. Not a fan, huh? I almost jump out of my skin at the sound of the voice in front of me. I look up and see the customer from about a week ago. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. Yeah, I noticed. He glances up at the screen. It's okay. I'd rather look at Binary Star than myself, too. No! Oh, he's cute, though. I smile sheepishly. I don't really like him or anything. Why do I feel the need to specify that? I cringe internally. Yeah, I kinda noticed that too. You did? Mm-hmm. Your facial expression kinda looked like you smelled spoiled milk or something. My jaw hangs. I'm at a loss for words. But like 4-month-old spoiled milk, not a week-old spoiled milk. It was intense. I almost even felt hurt for that guy. Nobody wants to get that kind of look from a cute barista. Oh, you flatterer. Cute! The man smirks, working an eyebrow. Do you want me to repeat myself? No, it's okay. I feel like if I heard him say it again, my face would simply combust. I already know it's probably bright red. While this guy just stands there with the same smirk. What a bastard. His smirk seemed to get wider. He can read minds. There's no way he can't. His reactions are just a little too well timed. Why don't you like him? He motions his head towards the TV. Softened the truth. Never had any interest in them. I decided to go with a safe, non-committal answer. I just never had any real interest in them, I guess. Call me crazy, but I think the whole hero thing is kinda ostentatious. I can't help but to think that there are better ways to spend all that money and time. It just feels like a new category of asshole at the end of the day. I nod. Exactly. I think I'd rather my heroes be everyday people. Humans that have their own lives and issues to worry about. Without fame and special abilities, but they take the time and effort to care for others around them. Not celebrities that fly around in some gaudy outfit with homes that cost millions of dollars. But either way, I should probably take your order. Considering you have been standing here for like 5 minutes. The man smiles. Don't worry about it. I think I enjoy our little interactions. I grab a medium-sized cup, the size he has ordered the last 2 times he came here. Black coffee again? Oh, you remembered. I try to remember our regulars' orders. I think with this being my 3rd time here, I hardly count as a regular. But I'll take the expedited honor anyways. Can I get your name for the order? In all honesty, I didn't really need his name. We tend to just call out the type of drink rather than the name of the customer. But maybe I want to be a little selfish for once. Can I try your special? I give a blank look. The one guaranteed not to be found anywhere else? Or I get my money back? Of course. And if you don't like it, I'll make you something else. I thought you said I could get my money back. Am I about to be scammed? Fine. And your money back. He smirks as if he already won. I'll make the best damn coffee he has ever had. Somehow I feel like you are challenging me. Go take a seat. I'll bring it to you when it's ready. You don't want me to pay? I'll take your money after I rob you of your pride. He cracks a smile. Cheeky thing. The man saunters off to lean against the far wall. I feel his eyes follow me as I move back and forth while making the coffee. After a couple of minutes, it's finally done. I bring out the most beautiful mint latte I've ever made. The man looks down at it, slightly grimacing. It's kinda green. What? You don't know any other color than black? The man eyes it up suspiciously. If I die from this... Oh my God, you are more likely to die from ingesting black coffee every day. Stir it a bit first and give it a try. You can also start to take out your wallet if you want. God, this guy, he is cheeky as hell. Wow, the barista won't stir it for me. Service is really lacking here. I am not going to stir it for you, sir. The man chuckles a bit and stirs the drink. He brings it up to take a drink. He takes a good amount in at once, swallowing deeply. He pauses, looking at me. The man places down the drink and takes out his wallet. So, what do I owe you? I can't help but to smile. You haven't even told me how good it is yet. It's good. That's it. Nothing else. Maybe the word you were thinking of was delicious, heavenly, maybe awe-inspiring? Don't push your luck, kid. I got my pride, too. He smirks, rifling in his wallet for bills. Don't worry about the money. The satisfaction of your loss is payment enough. No, I lost fair and square. I have to pay up. No, seriously, my treat. He looks at me for what felt like a solid minute before putting his wallet away. If you say so. He looks at the drink, which is beautifully displayed in a glass mug. He then checks the time on his phone and grimaces. Before he can even open his mouth, I present a to-go cup and lid. I figured you wouldn't be able to stick around for long. He seems a bit surprised as he takes the cup, his face eventually falling back into his usual expression. You didn't have to go to all the effort to... I swiftly cut him off. It tastes better when it's presented well. Is that so? Mm-hmm. I nod enthusiastically. He pours the drink into the to-go cup, careful not to spill. Thanks a lot for this. He leans in close. My heart starts to beat faster. What is he doing? He pauses, snatching the permanent marker out of my apron pocket. I gape as he scribbles something on the to-go cup. He turns the cup towards me. The word Ray is scrawled on the side. It's my name. Oh, cool. Nice to meet you, Ray. Nice to meet you too, Moth. Have a good day at work if that's where you're going. It occurred to me that it was nearly 4 p.m. on Tuesday. Was he going back to work? Or maybe he was done for the day. But he never comes in at the same times for coffee. He must have a job with very odd hours. As I walk away, something catches on my shoe, causing me to stumble. Whoa. Ray reaches out with one arm and catches me swiftly by the waist before I completely faceplant. The catch pulled up his sleeve, and his arm was marked with scars. Try not to space out too much when you walk. Ray pulls me up back to my feet and releases me gently. His arms were surprisingly strong, considering how sleep-deprived he always looks. I can't help to think about how surprisingly marked up his arm was. Cuts, holes, slices, both old and new. Maybe his job is some hard manual labor or something. I guess we're gonna find out. That would explain why he is so tired all of the time. And he smelled nice too. I wonder what cologne he uses. I get back behind the counter and watch Ray as he gives me a short wave before leaving. Some part of me hoped he would be back tomorrow. I stick my hands in my apron pockets and sigh. My fingertips nudge a hard object in my pocket. Huh? I pull out the foreign object that was in my pocket. A small wad of money? Oh, he didn't. He did. He paid for the special coffee even though we said not to. I felt a harder object with them. I pull out part of a coffee sleeve scrawled with a small message in permanent marker. Thanks for the coffee. The extra is tip. R. Oh, Ray, you... Possible, sweetie? There's a phone number scrawled at the bottom. Oh. Am I gonna call him? I don't know. But why the heck not? This is wonderful. I look at the bills. $50? What? Damn. After carrying out the transaction, I stuffed the rest of the cash in the tip jar. A couple more days passed without any appearance from Ray. I mean, we have his number, we could call him. Just saying. Finally off of work. Despite my desperate desire to just go home, faceplant on the couch, and binge shows for the rest of the day, I should probably get some groceries. Yeah, that's what you do when you're done working. I can't live off of mac and cheese for the next 2 weeks after all. Or rather, I probably shouldn't. Yeah, it's more like shouldn't. You could. Wouldn't be good for you. I do a bit of grocery shopping and grab some essentials for the next couple of days. But not too much that I am unable to carry all of them back to the apartment. Partway through the trip back home, my phone buzzes. I heft a bag onto my other arm and check the call. Unknown caller. Huh. The sinking feeling in my stomach gave me an idea of who it could be. I take a breath and pick up the call. Cryptid. Yes. I could tell by the voice it was my old partner in crime, Double Vision. Double Vision, myself, and the rest of the night crew used to hit houses and make quite a bit of money. We would even lift cars on occasion. Though I can't say we split on good terms. You moved. Yeah, away from you. You wound me, Cryptid. We had a good thing. I could hear the thick malice in his voice. Don't be so cold, honey. Going to the lengths of running away while I was out of town. You wound me, truly. When you left, I did some things I'm not so proud of. But the honest truth is that I saw red. You remember Ripley, right? I swallowed hard. My hand shook, but I was unable to hang up. I can't guarantee that you will be able to recognize him anymore. He lets out a cold, curt laugh. He then transitioned into a soft, cooing voice. You should have told me you were upset, honey. You can't just leave me like that. You know what that does to a guy. I get so worked up over you. I know I shouldn't. But I keep thinking about you, and I don't think I can just let you go. So I'm asking nicely. Please, come back. I'll buy you the same flat, the same car, everything. And we can pretend your silly little lapse in judgment never even happened. Come back to the crew, to me. I gather any courage I can, breathing in a shaky breath. Oh boy. Well, I think there are ways to also get relationship points with the Double, but I'm gonna just go with I can't do that, Double. You know, I can't do that, Double. Then don't let me find you, honey. Because When I do, a heavy silence blankets the call like mist. I could hear my own heartbeat echo through my ears. Double finally talks in a slow and serious whisper. I'll fucking kill you. He hangs up and the line beeps. I collapse to the ground, my legs not quite feeling up to the task of standing. Double Vision and I used to be close. Closer than I'd like to admit, honestly. For a while it was peaceful, even fun. Then, slowly, things started to change. Every time I gave an inch, he started to take 2 inches. Then he would take a foot. Eventually, he wasn't even satisfied with a mile. That was the type of guy Double was. For a while, I wondered if he started to change. Or if this was him all along, prowling under the cracking mask. But at some point, the egg or the chicken hardly mattered. Being around him started to become terrifying. Compliments turned into obsessions. Warnings turned into threats. Once I had enough money, enough of a safety net, I had to get out. Maybe Double, in some way, kept me from becoming too greedy. Kept me from becoming too used to the lucrative villain lifestyle. When I asked to leave, he said no. When the soft-spoken Marsh stood up for me, telling Double to just let me go, Double beat Marsh's face into a lump of unrecognizable flesh. From that point, it guaranteed Double into godhood for the more violent members of the crew. The non-violent members became too fearful to ever speak up against Double again. And so, I left the crew alone. I fled in the darkness of night, taking my family with me. I moved my family into a different town with different names, far, far away. And as for myself, I became anonymous in a different city, far enough away from my family so that they could live in peace without me. So the question is, has he already found me? After all, Double always enjoyed playing with his food. My legs shook. I felt nauseated with the thought. I desperately scanned the area. I didn't see or feel anything off. Locals walked along casually, carrying out their lives. I quickly gather up my bags. In my haste, my phone falls out of my hand. It tumbles to a stop against the shoes of a stranger. They pick it up and hold it out towards me. Ray? Here. He hands me my phone. You look like you've seen better days, Moth. Is everything all right? I get up from the ground, setting the groceries onto the ground to straighten out my clothes. I have to get it together. I probably look crazy right now. I mentally chastise myself, looking up at Ray's concerned eyes. I force a grin and pray it is convincing. Yeah. I was just taking a break. Ray raises an eyebrow. I motion towards the groceries. I think I purchased too much. They are pretty heavy. I lie through my teeth. So you took a break in the middle of the street? I laugh awkwardly, unable to find a good excuse. Are you heading in this direction? He points to where I was facing. Yeah. I'm going that way too. Need some help? Before I can say no, he picks up a grocery bag. A grocery bag that was incredibly light. I'm sorry, Ray. I'm a liar. I'm a dirty little liar, and I apologize. Ray pauses, turning to look at me. He gives me a look of suspicion and confusion. He opens his mouth as if he was about to say something. He then seemingly decides against it. He then silently picks up the other grocery bag too. Are we caught? Does he know that it's all very light? I stare, embarrassed, unsure of what to do. Luckily for me, Ray reads the room and decides not to press me further. Are we going, or do you want me to carry you too? I hurry to catch up with his tired stride. These bags are pretty light. Do you have any food of substance in here? I don't want to hear about dietary habits from a guy who regularly consumes black coffee in the middle of the day. I recently took up mint lattes, thank you very much. Oh yeah, what made you decide to do that? When a cute barista asks you to try something, you can hardly say no. Someone like me has weaknesses too, you know. Someone like you? How far do you live from here? Not too far. Are you already getting tired? Ray looks down at me with a wry smile. Not on your life, barista. I have a name, you know. Moth. I honestly didn't expect you to remember my name. Ray is about to say something when his phone buzzes. He pauses to look at it and cancels the call, stuffing his phone back into his pockets. After only a couple of moments, his phone begins to buzz again, and he once again cancels it. Sorry about that. I've got some needy juniors at work. Hopefully they will get the hint and leave me alone. As we stroll, Ray and I chat about a variety of topics. I discover that he likes cats, but due to his work, he is unable to own one. He also recently took up coffee a few months ago. Before then, he never even drank it. Soon enough, we made it to the front door of my apartment building. Bzzz. His phone vibrates again, and he fumbles to reject the call. Sorry. He mumbles. Work forces me to use a phone that has the silence feature blocked. That sounds like a unhealthy work environment. Ray gives a chuckle that sounded more tired than humorous. Yeah, suppose so. Unfortunately, I'm somewhat grandfathered into the position. You can't just quit? Not really. That sounds illegal. Ray just grimaces. He doesn't seem very chatty about work. He must be in a stressful career. Well, either way, this is me. I motion up to the apartment building. Goodbye, Ray, I adore you, but I'm trying to not get relationship points at the moment, so goodbye. Hey, thanks for helping. The sound of a large explosion is heard in the distance. Well, the ground shakes with the force of the blow. Ray sighs, frustration seeping from his tone. God damn it. Ray's phone buzzes once more and he picks it up. Just 2. Fine. I'm on my way. You owe me. After hanging up, Ray turns to me. Looks like I gotta clock in some overtime. Sorry to hear that. I hope you don't have to work too hard. I don't know. Might work so late that I'll just have to pick up some of my favorite coffee tomorrow morning. I don't work tomorrow. Ray takes on a teasing tone. Wow. Assuming I only come to Cafe Winning Crescent for you? Pretty bold of you. I've tasted our black coffee, Ray. Calling it good is an awful stretch of the imagination. He laughs, genuinely. Okay, fair enough. An attractive barista is a nice bonus to a pretty average black coffee. Ray looks toward the large black plumage staining the sky. I should probably get going, though. Thanks for your help, Ray. Anything for my favorite barista. He walks off, giving a short wave goodbye. I put the groceries away and collapse on my bed. It was only around 4 p.m., but it felt like it was such a long day already. I can't help but to drift away into a short nap. I'm awakened with a start. A light draft makes me shiver. Oh no. I see that the window is cracked open. How do I keep forgetting to close this? I shut it once again. Alright, this is a skip to work. I sigh, looking up at the clock. Only 10 more minutes before work ends. It was almost 5 p.m. The usual crowd had completely died off at this point. 8 more minutes. Excuse me, hello? I look up. Why does someone always appear literally right before the end of my shift? I groan internally. Hi, what can I get you today? Yeah, sorry. The customer gives a short, incredulous laugh. Do you not recognize me? I'm sorry? I don't understand. Oh no, it's a hero. Should have guessed. The hero of fire, Blaze, is right in front of you. And you don't recognize him? I blink, unsure of what to say. Oh, of course. You are playing cool and mysterious to get me all interested in you, right? He brushes his hair with his hand, giving a laugh. Well, don't worry, sweetheart. I'm already there. Screw off, Blaze. He points a finger between myself and him, winking at me. Same page. Okay, so do you want coffee or what? The man waves a hand dismissively. We will get to that in a moment, but first, does a blonde, tired-looking man come in here often? I give a confused look. There are a lot of tired people that come in here. It's a cafe. He has hair about to here. The man waves his hand around his neckline, and his eyes are really dead, like a 1,000-yard stare most of the time. Are you talking about Ray? Yeah, wow, first name basis, huh? Lucky guy. I glance at the clock. I should have been off work 5 minutes ago at this point. I attempt to speed things up. So, no coffee then? I don't blame you for going for all that, but... He smiles. I feel like I could give you better. At this point, I am utterly confused. Look, sir, I don't even know your name. Blaze. I meant your real name. It's Luke. Wow, you just gave us your name? Okay. It's Luke. Nice to meet you. So, as I was saying, I'm parked out in front. It's the convertible. He points to a flashy red car sitting diagonally across 2 disabled parking spots. I'm going to punch this man. How about we get out of here? Just us. He winks, and I smile harder to keep my face from cringing. This guy is really laying it on thick. Not to sound full of myself, but you would be lucky to be with a guy like me. Not sure if you noticed, but I'm a hero. He starts to look upset, most likely due to his passes not being received with the enthusiasm he expected. I need to clock out, so do you want to order anything? The man sucks his teeth, leaning up against the counter. Look, you seem a bit dense, so I'll spell it out for you. Luke leans in, his cologne enveloping me. This may be hard to believe, but I'm the hero, Blaze. Yes, you mentioned that a few times now, Blaze. I could feel the customer service politeness leaving my body. He gives a leering smile. Now, don't start freaking out when I say this. I don't want the whole world to know I'm here. But let's just say I'm interested. I blink, unable to stop the words from spilling from my mouth. Okay, so this, either way, I'm going to, I think, get relationship points. I think the top one is for Haley, and then the bottom one would be for Ray and Double, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go with the more customer service friendly one this time around. Well, Blaze, I'm not interested. Whatever you are trying to do, I'm not interested. Luke, I am just trying to work my job. I have to clock out as of... I glance at the clock. 10 minutes ago. Okay, so go clock out and we can head out together. That's not happening. Sorry, you don't want to leave with me? Oh, don't worry, darling. I'll take you out to dinner first. He eyes me up and down. I'm going to kick those stupid sunglasses off his face. You look starving. The fuck? Absolutely not. Luke looks visibly irritated. Fine. You just lost the chance that every civilian wants. I was going to light your life on fire. Have fun with your golden boy. A hero from the stars. Yeah, right. My man, my guy, you are literally so awful just revealing that Ray is a hero. What the frick? I mean, I knew, but the in-game me doesn't know. Ask Ray how he got his abilities. Luke grins a smile full of malice. Hope you know what you're getting yourself into, Moth. He gives a cold laugh. That guy is no hero. Luke angrily takes his leave, muttering some words under his breath on the way out. I sigh, exhausted. Wow, what the fuck was that about? I look over my shoulder at Hals, who appeared behind me with a croissant in hand. Honestly, I have no idea. He said he was a hero and accused that new regular Ray of some ridiculous stuff. What kind of stuff? Of him being a hero or something? Which one? The star one? Binary star? Yeah. I'll choose on the croissant in thought. Weird. That guy seemed like a total dick. Maybe he was hopped up on some new designer drugs or something. Unfortunately, I got the vibe that it was just his default personality. He was really laying it on you, though. Good thing Miles wasn't around. He would have flipped out. Probably would have scared Blaze away with his enthusiasm. Damn, Miles could have saved the day. Could you imagine? Miles cornering Blaze to show him hundreds of pictures of his collectibles? That hero would be so creeped out. Who knows? He seemed self-obsessed enough to probably enjoy it. I'm sure he has his own collection too. I could totally see that. I know, we should implement a no weirdos policy. Oh, this is so cute. Haley leans up against the counter next to me. They laugh. It is a refreshing sound, like bells in the summer. Yeah, but then Miles wouldn't be able to work. Hey, I heard that. Haley and I chuckle at the far-off sound of Miles's voice. Oh, You are allowed to turn away customers, you know. I tried. They give me a reassuring pat on the shoulder. Just call me next time. I'll kick his ass out of here. I gasp in a fake shock. To a hero? Isn't that like a crime or something? Haley smiles deviously. Maybe I'll key his car for good measure. They say 2 crimes are better than 1. Wow, Howls. Loving the determination. If only that was reflected in your management style. We laugh a bit between the two of us. I have only known Howls for around 3 months now, but we have become so close. They always know the right thing to say to cheer me up. Anyways, I should probably head out. Hey, before you go... Haley bites their lip, debating. After a couple of seconds pass, they speak up. That guy... You said his name was Ray? Yeah, I actually ran into him the other day, and he helped me carry my groceries home. Well, look, I kind of get a bad feeling from the guy. Really? Really? I don't really see it. But things are harder to see with rose-tinted glasses, I guess. Haley gives an awkward laugh. Yeah, that's probably true. Okay, well thanks for letting me know. Maybe just keep an eye out for anything that's off. I haven't seen anything weird yet. Oh, speak of the devil. What's weird? I feel like I almost had a heart attack. Ray somehow walked up without me even noticing. Nothing weird. We just had some, coffee lids go missing recently. Is that right? They are glaring at each other. Look at that. Ray stares directly at Haley, who levels a glare right back at him. He shoots me a quick smile. Sorry, I don't think I've met your friend yet. Oh, this is Haley. Oh, a worker? Friend? Haley cuts in quickly. Sorry for interrupting the conversation. I'm just looking to get the usual before heading to work. It's almost 5 p.m. and you're just starting to work for the day? Yeah, that's strange. What do you do for work? Law enforcement? Ray responds without missing a beat. A tense silence falls between the three of us. I'm sorry, Ray is just so cute. I can't. But then again, so is Haley. Why are all of our love interests so cute? I don't quite understand what is going on, but I feel uncomfortable. Haley, what do you do for work? What do you mean? I'm obviously at work right now. This is your only job? Last time I checked, yeah? Sorry. You just look so familiar. That smile, no, he's so cute. I just can't put my finger on it. Haley looks genuinely annoyed. I could see them bite their cheek, probably to keep themselves from saying anything too unprofessional. You must be thinking of someone else. Haley strains out. Are they a hero too? Ray smiles, but there was no friendliness to it. Maybe you're right. Haley smiles back with an equal amount of spite. You know, we had a celebrity visit. You just missed it. He was a hero too. This place is quite popular lately. Ray's face falls into a frown. See, we don't know this. Haley looks at me for a second. I can't imagine why. It's not like we have some kind of hero discount or something. Ray's lips pull tight, and he narrows his eyes. This is so messed up. Please stop outing him. All of you. Is that right? Haley picks at their nails, seeming uninterested. Yeah, what was his name again? Flame. Blade? Blaze? Ray mumbles under his breath. Right, that was it. He suddenly looks at me and gives me a smile. Looks like I overstayed my welcome. I should probably head to work before my new phone blows up. Ray glances at Haley. Thanks. Okay, I know that would give him relationship points, so I'm gonna go with have a good day at work. Have a good day at work, Ray. Ray gives a small smile. He looks so tired. To just be starting work for the day must be rough. I can't guarantee that I will, but I'll try my best. Sometimes when he smiled, the dark circles under his eyes seemed to get only worse. I wave goodbye to Ray as he walks out the door. Haley gives me a long look from beside the coffee bar counter. Is there something wrong? Haley opens their mouth, about to say something, but settles on a shake of their head. Nah. Haley, sensing my skepticism, gives a reassuring smile. Oh, did I tell you? Remember that action figure that Miles was trying to get? The $8,000 one? Yeah, so apparently he went and cried for money from each of his friends, but was still $20 short. Long story short, guess who shares the same shoe size as Miles? Haley gives a triumphant look, placing one of their long legs forward. Sitting on their feet were a used, like-new pair of lay-on sneakers. Worth every penny. Can you believe Miles and I are the exact same shoe size? Didn't Miles come in wearing those shoes today? Where are your shoes? Is Miles can rock a black-heeled boot. I think it's giving him more confidence. A loud crash can be heard from the storage room. He's still getting the hang of it, though. After chatting with Haley for a bit longer, I finally take my leave and head home. Okay, so I think this video is getting rather long. And I probably have a little ways to go before getting the endings. So what I am going to do is leave this here. It's not quite a prologue, but it is part 1. And then I'm going to try and put all of the endings in the next video. So, if you made it this far, I want to thank you all for watching. And I do hope that you enjoyed this video. I also hope that you are as invested in this visual novel as I am. And if you did like this video, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more of me but you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. I upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, as well as extras and shorts randomly throughout the week. I also stream on Twitch mostly on Fridays and Saturdays at the moment. So if you want to see me live, come on by then. And I hope to see you all next time. Bye!